Alex, is it this generally known motto that if it is obvious to many people, it's obviously wrong? Is it something you believe is happening when you study these correlations between assets? So, in other words, do you get an edge against other investors, whether as a private or managing other people's money? Or is it something that also has a subjective meaning in its analysis?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, contrary opinion. Many people, especially those that follow the Commitment of Trader report, they usually study the small speculators in hope that by dissecting their position, they will be doing the exact opposite. However, you will soon find out that the crowd is most of the times correct. It is at the extremes that the crowd is wrong. Even, for example, a private investor who jumps on the bandwagon at the very last moment, you'll seldom find them buying at the top. They have already accumulated a fair amount of profits, which they later on turn into a loss. So, to come back to your question, just because someone or a professional investor or a private investor is getting a trade is getting crowded, that doesn't mean that necessarily have to be going against it. Beware of it, and once you see a crack in the actual underlying trend, then you can start speculating. But that said, by and large, I have a philosophical objection against top and bottom picking. I think it's more of a sporting event rather than an actual strategy. For me, if someone told me, I'll give you the ultimate high of a market, I'll give you the exact date, the exact spot for you to know, I wouldn't be interested in that information. And the reason is the following. Market tops and market bottoms are not events, they're processes, which means even if you do know the top, it will take some time for the market sentiment and the positions to be distributed in order for it to reverse, which means the oscillations around that area will be small. So it means you're getting a small piece of the action for a prolonged period of time. Once the trend trends, and then it becomes more apparent that the turn has trend, these are the tops I want to know, the second and the third one. And at this stage is when you really pay close attention to be getting contrary to the crowd, because you also have the benefit of the trend with you.
Thank you, Alex.